Y'all ready? Femininity tests. It is a way that we feel safe. So now I'm really testing you to see how far will you let me disrespect you. But ultimately, what I want the most is my man to be a leader. So if you stop me from the beginning, I might be cussing you out in my mind, but secretly I love it.
Weaponizing femininity, bro. That's a whole oxymoron and a half, bro. You can't weaponize femininity. I mean, against a real one. It makes sense today. Like the whole existence of OnlyFans is weaponizing femininity. Really hiding femininity or hiding masculinity under a feminine cloak. Because it's just sharks out here giving the bros the business, man. That's why you gotta, as a man, dog, you gotta make sure you are running a tight ship and, you know, handling your business, being the best version of yourself you can, dog, being the best man you can, bro. So that way you ain't bothered and moved and distracted by any of this bullshit, bro. Speaking of that, man, make sure you pull up to my self-development community, bro, for the bros, dog. We getting bros active over there, getting their mind right, man. So if you need game as a man, pull up. If you got game to give as a man, pull up, bro. But yeah, back to this video, man. It's from Sarah. Her last name is Fotnot. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, man, but I'm familiar with her. We covered her a few times because she on that It's Giving podcast. And
my man needs to be 6 feet plus, 6 figures, 6-pack, 6 inches. Is that the thing?
6 inches in what? Girl, hell no. He got to be a solid 8 over here. Hey, talking about 8, maybe 7. 6 is cool. I'm not going below a 6. Listen, my marriage, 6 is not what people think.
This is not realistic.
What do you mean?
6 inches? That is big.
No, it's not.
She seems, everything I've seen from her thus far, I've agreed with. You know what I mean? She got her head on straight. She's articulate as hell. She seems to be trying to set up women and men for success, giving them the inner dynamics of dating or whatnot, man. But I saw a short clip of something she said from a pod, and I was like, oh, hell no, she ain't out here on some bullshit, is he? You know what I mean? You ain't out here on some blind leading the blind type shit, bro. So I got the original video pulled up to give me more context, bro, because I know she ain't going out like that. And then I got a lot to say about that little short snippet I saw too. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I don't know what podcast this is. It's from Willie Moore Jr. Live. Right. But yeah, pull up to the website, shopstevieknight.com for the drizzy up. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, pull up to my private self-development community, man. Bros need it. Bros need community, period, bro. But we got some shit cooking over there, man, if you're interested. Fed Up, written by yours truly. Copy a copy. And then, yeah. She out here giving her take on what femininity is and got some things to address. All right, let's get it.
Can I give a hack to the men?
Come on, give a hack and we'll see if we'll take it.
Okay, so you've read this book because we talked about it. The Way of the Superior Man by David Data.
Yes.
Incredible read. And inside of the book, see, a lot of men think they want feminine women, but they don't understand that femininity leans on masculinity. And I think it's really important also just to give this disclaimer. All of us have both, right?
Yeah,
The most masculine man still has 10 to 20% femininity. The most feminine women still has 10 to 20% masculinity. It is necessary because there are traits that we need inside of compassion, inside of nature, inside of achievement. There's things that we need from both. So we all have both. I don't want to weaponize either. And if a man is more feminine, that's not wrong. It's not bad. It's just truth. The problem is people start weaponizing it, right? And oh, you're a feminine man. And then a man thinks, they're saying, I'm a girl. No, femininity is an energy and an essence. It is not a gender, okay? Disclaimer done. Now, that being said.
I got to give my disclaimer too, man. It's because of the attack on the masculine male that the feminine male is a problem now. That's why you see society failing as it is, and we don't know up from down no more, right? It's definitely a problem because it's too far left now. We got to get back on track and create balance. Ain't nothing wrong with a feminine man. But it's a lot wrong when we're not allowed to differentiate between a feminine man and a masculine man. And we demonize what a masculine man is. That's the fucking problem. Anyway, let's get back into it.
An energy and an essence. It is not a gender, okay? Disclaimer done. Now, that being said, femininity, the way that a feminine woman works is everything is right now. So if you have, for the last year, you've been like, I'm gonna pick up the kids and pick up the dry cleaning. And every single day, you have picked up the kids and you have picked up the dry cleaning. Every single day. And then the day where it matters and she's having a rough day, you forgot to pick up the kids and the dry cleaning. Everything that you've done in the past doesn't count.
No, wait,
I'm trying to
no.
tell you, it's human nature. You can't ask for a feminine woman and then get mad when she's feminine. And for men are not that way. Men will say, and you just said it, in business, what you'll say is, oh, look at my track record from the past. I did this for a whole year. Perfect record this whole time. Hey, man, I messed it up. And men are like, oh, yeah, you know what? Logically speaking, because men are logical, logically speaking, this track record is pretty dope. So let's say, yeah, you probably right. That's okay. But women are emotionally speaking. What does that mean for a woman? For a feminine woman, it means, does he love me? Did he forget about me? Am I not valuable? How could he miss our kids? And so it literally has nothing to do with the man not doing anything right. It's the woman that's not regulated in herself.
Oh, hell no.
Well, at least she said that at the end, bro. But she twisting it like you really want a feminine woman, and this is what comes with being feminine. So I'm gonna put the ball in the women's court and see what y'all got to say about that, bro. Because to me, it sounds like she is describing women like little children that can't use logic. You can't even use common sense. You can take away male and female out that conversation and just say a regular, commonsensical adult should be able to come to the same conclusions. Where you see someone's track record and they tend to operate like this, and one day they fall off. You shouldn't discredit everything they've done up until that point, especially in the way she describing it, talking about, you don't love me?
Emotional damage.
That's the whole problem, dog. And I don't agree with her one bit attributing that to being feminine. All feminine women don't act like that. You can be feminine and be rational. You can be feminine and be logical. You can be feminine and have common sense. That's crazy. And then demonize a man in the process for using his brain for what his brain was supposed to be used for. It's emotion. You can't blame us. Nah, man. No. If that's the femininity that you selling, bros ain't buying that shit. We'll come up with another word for how we want our women to be. Like, you can be soft and feminine and bringing peace and nurturing and loving and have common sense. It don't give you a right to be crazy. It just give you an excuse to be a fucking baby.
It's just the truth.
That's
it ain't the truth, bro.
See that part right there? I didn't know that.
Yes.
There might be some new information
Track
that didn't
record.
necessary. And Demetra is shaking her head like preach. I'm gonna be honest, that ish don't make no sense to me.
Because
Hell
Because
no,
it
what do you
don't. It
mean?
literally does not make no sense by definition. That's literally 2 + 2 = 5. But, women are emotional. And since women are emotional, that gives them the right to be psychotic, bro. That's literally what that is, fucking psychotic. And you wonder why people be having issues with, saying a woman being president, a woman being cops and shit, and, all these authoritarian positions when they get labeled like this.
Fellas, where my fellas? I ain't got but a few. Fellas, Katie, do that make sense?
Logical, Willie.
Does that make sense to you? That makes sense?
He
That makes
said,
sense to you?
yeah.
Hell, the man of God said he just went through it. KD looked like she talking right. For me, I'm just like, oh my God.
No, I definitely been through it. I definitely experienced it, but I ain't about to generalize. That ain't femininity. That ain't femininity, bro. That's idiocy. That's stupidity, bro. It's not femininity. We're not gonna demonize femininity like that. There's no wrongs with femininity. As a woman, there's no wrongs in femininity. A feminine woman can do no wrong, and something like that is not associated with a feminine woman. They don't get a get out of jail free card because they're emotional, bro. If you know you're emotional, especially as a grown ass woman, adult, right? And you move this way, you operate this way, it's incumbent upon you to check that shit and use your commonsensical brain to realize what the fuck is going on. And if you go to the extent of acting like the world about to end because bro made one mistake, you know what I'm saying? That's how you lose out on shit. It's on the woman to fix that shit. It ain't on the man to fix that shit. It's on the man to hold her as a kind of like, hey, shawty, you tripping, bro. My bad, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't that serious. I don't love you. I don't give a fuck about you. Come on, dog. Really? That's like a punch to the gut to it, bro. Like all this work I put in, you know what I'm saying? All these things I've shown you over the fucking years, you gonna fucking sit here and try to damn, tear me down for making one innocent mistake, bro. Shit.
This is what I'm gonna have to work
Yes.
through on
if you
every
want
relationship.
a feminine woman. Now, if you
Oh, because I damn sure don't want no tough. Excuse me. I don't want nothing tough. I don't even like my steak
So
tough.
look, really, that's
I don't
what
even
I'm
like my
saying.
steak tough. You gonna have to.
You know where that come from? That's not a feminine woman. That comes from cute women being able to get away with doing dumb shit with bros that don't know no better. With suckers. That's sucker shit. You know what I mean? Because if they around men that's gonna hold them accountable and keep it real with them, they gonna realize they fucking up and what they at risk to fucking lose. But women, especially like this, and I don't want to generalize her, you know what I'm saying? But she definitely has to. I think that she is how she's describing. Right? I don't think she's trying to generalize outside of her. I think she's included in what the fuck she's saying. You know what I'm saying? Typically a pretty girl, and they gonna have a long leash. Bros gonna get them a long leash to do whatever the fuck they want to do because, bros is dumb. Oh, it's okay, baby. Da-da-da-da-da. Nah, bro, if a man is handling his business, he not gonna let her act that way. You feel me? And he gonna make her realize, shawty, you was fucking up. You was fucking up. We're not gonna attack femininity like that. You better leave femininity the fuck out of this. Right, so coming upon that man to handle his business, do what he's supposed to do, so he can, pick the right woman for him and avoid all this shit wholeheartedly, dog. You know what I'm saying? But if you a sucker out here and you let a woman out here talk to you crazy and don't nip that shit in the bud, dog, then you got women talking about this. Oh, I'm just a feminine woman. I'm emotional. No, shawty, we ain't doing that.
Oh no.
So this is the thing. So
Hell no.
now men get mad, and and then they say things like, "I don't feel appreciated. Look at all the work that I've done. All of these things." So
Facts.
now
I
what
said
you're
that
doing,
last night.
so now what you're doing is you're putting her into her masculine, which is what you don't want. And so now it's a battle of masculine and masculine instead of it just allowing for her to be in her feminine. So
allowing her to be a fucking crying, but that's crazy. That's crazy. All I hear is no accountability. I'm a woman. This is how I react. So just take it. Just deal with it. You want me to deal with the fact that you think 5 + 5 = 1,000,000? It's not 1,000,000. It never will be 1,000,000. And then on top of it, it ain't like you just doing some shit that ain't affecting the bro. You doing some shit that's directly affecting bro. You making him feel like shit because of everything he's done for you and shown you up until this point. You gonna just toss all that shit out and blame it on you being a woman? No, that's you being an emotional ass spoiled brat. That's what the fuck that is, dog. And any man that's worth a grain of salt is gonna say some shit like that. Why would he fucking cower down, bow down like, oh, it's okay, baby. I know you just a woman and you stupid. That's really what it is. And if he say that, oh my God, I'm just gonna let her be crazy and just eat it because she's emotional. Hell no, bruh. Hell no. Dog, the fuck out of here, bruh. No accountability. That's crazy. But it's crazy. It's crazy, but it be happening though, dog. It be happening, bro. Y'all better check them. Don't allow this shit to happen in your motherfucking house. And her blaming on femininity. Hell no. Hell no.
This is the hack. This is the hack. This is the answer. You forgot the dry cleaning and the children. Baby, how could you forget the children? Oh my God. Instead of being like, this is the first time that I forgot the dry cleaning and the children in a year. Don't you see my track record? And we know that this happens. This is the first thing that men say because they go to logic. You can't go to logic. Right. You have to go to emotion.
No, so you got to go with emotion. I got to play this stupid game with you. Bruh. That's why women think, and they never held accountable, dog. Because of shit like this. You gotta go to emotion. That is not emotion. You gotta go to stupidity. bro, you can't write this shit,
Oh,
dog.
you gotta say, damn, baby, you're right. I am so sorry. Let me, I'm gonna go get the kids right now. But what do most men say? Well, now she wants me to act like a little bee. She wants to run. No, it's none of that. She
And
is
you
in
know
her
it's-
feminine
you know-
nature.
you know
No,
still-
why can't he just make you realize that you're tweaking? Baby, I love you. It was an honest mistake. It ain't this goddamn serious. You will overreact. Then you can't say that, right? Bruh can't keep it real. Bruh can't say what's really going on, right? Women don't like the truth. I'm overreacting. Yeah, sure, overreacting. Now you the demon. Nah, bruh. No, but one, see, this is crazy. I wasn't expecting her to say some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just taking all the onus from the woman for being stupid because she a woman. And that's one of the biggest problems we got in the world today. Women are not held accountable. Men let them do whatever the fuck they want to do. And that's what it really is. Men let women do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's why this woman thinks what she's saying is emotion. It's not emotion. It's spoiled brat behavior. You fostering this spoiled brat behavior, you get spoiled brats out here running amok.
Let me tell you. Listen, let me
I
tell you.
smell some bull.
Nah, let me tell you why. Because women, this is the thing. Femininity is another life hack for the men. Y'all ready? Femininity tests. It is a way that we feel safe. So now I'm really testing you to see how far will you let me disrespect you. But ultimately, what I want the most is my man to be a leader. So if you stop me from the beginning, I might be cussing you out in my mind, but secretly I love it. Secretly, I'm like, ooh, my baby, that's a man right there. That man took charge over me. You're letting me know how I get to move and shake within your boundaries because you're the lines. We're the color. You got to teach me to color inside of the lines. So if you don't set that strong boundary, if
Who the hell is snapping in here?
It's toxic, bruh. It's toxic. How about you just be a grown-ass adult and know how to behave? I mean, granted, bros need to run a tight ship regardless. You know what I'm saying? But like she's stigmatizing femininity to operate, to move this way. That's not what femininity don't fucking test. Femininity goes to where it's safe, right? She's gonna feel safe around this man just by how the fuck he is maneuvering, how he operates and conducts himself. They naturally just fall into place. If you out here trying to poke holes in the shit, that ain't femininity, that's chaos, which men will run away from, right? So you shooting yourself in the foot by even acting that way, because of the moment you do some reckless shit trying to test, you know what I'm saying, push boundaries and shit, he gonna put his dick down now. So, bitch, you just missed out. You just missed out, right? It ain't even gonna get to the point where I'm gonna put boundaries up to show you where you can't go and where you can go. Nah, the fucking boundary is up. You can't go nowhere. So I'm not gonna deal with this shit at all, right? But a real feminine woman is gonna see that man naturally carrying himself that way and be attracted to it from then on. And then if it comes to a point where he proves that he's incapable of making her feel safe, I don't know, by, not giving provisions or making her feel secure emotionally, physically, or whatever, just, by going through life with him, then that will lead to femininity leaving. But a feminine woman, a truly feminine woman, proactively trying to instigate some shit to test bro to see what type of man he is, that's toxic ass modern woman bullshit, which is going to keep women single. And that's the part I saw on Instagram, bro. Like, ain't no way in hell she's saying some shit like this. Like, femininity does not test. Y'all not about to change the definition of femininity, right? We're not doing that. We need to fucking draw a line. Understand that is not feminine. That is not a feminine woman. That is not what men want. A feminine woman wholeheartedly is what a masculine man wants every day, twice on Saturday, and 10 times on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? This shit she talking about is some bullshit, bro. Some bullshit. And that's exactly why it's on the bros to find them the feminine woman, bro. It's up to y'all, dog. You know what I'm saying? The moment she got them testing you or whatever the fuck, nah, we ain't playing those fucking games. How old are you? How old are we? You a grown-ass woman trying to play games with me. The stupid shit is she gonna get turned on when you leave her ass. Oh, he left me. I can't believe you left me. what I'm saying? She groveling at your feet now because you fucking left. Nah, bitch, you done fucked up, bro. Don't be doing that dumb shit. Do not be doing that dumb shit. As women, you need to, you know what your type of man look like. You ain't gotta test him. Your interactions with him, his body language, and how he talking, and how he presents himself is all you need to know. You don't need to be testing shit. Testing shit is what, you know what I'm saying, hood rats and ghetto birds and hood boogers do. And she giving fucking hood booger vibes right now. I did not know she had that, bro. I thought she was a good one. She probably still is a good one. She just dropping the ball right now, man. But this is terrible advice for women. You know what I'm saying? Terrible advice for women, and men do not need to be. It's terrible advice for men too, because y'all gonna be absorbing it like where, you know what I'm saying, it's okay if she tests me. She's trying to see if I'm worthy. Nah, motherfucker, you already know that you worthy. You don't need nobody to. You don't need to prove your worth like that to anybody. She gonna just naturally see that shit by how you are with her.
And it has to happen from the beginning, because there's nothing harder than trying to, that compound interest. Remember, a penny that compounds over 31 days turns into $10 million. A penny that doubles every day for 31 days is $10 million plus dollars. So if you have all this compound interest of disrespect, now you got $10 million worth of disrespect, that might be harder to fix. But if at the beginning it's a penny,
I'm still trying to work out the 10 million. So 1 on one day, 2 on the second day, 4 on the third day, 8 on the fourth day, 16 on the fifth day, 32. Ain't no way in hell it's 10 million. What the fuck? I agree with this. Like, no shit. But, you know, with that being said, for bro ever find himself in a situation with some compound interest, it's your fucking fault because you didn't put your dick down. It's your fucking fault because you didn't put your dick down. You let this bitch run amok for months. You gonna try to grow a backbone now? She already know you a bitch. She already know you a bitch. It's fake. You can't be you gonna have nuts now? Nah, bro, you better. All right. I'm bullshitting, but I'm not. But when I say put your dick down, I'm not talking about on some dictator shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, when I say jump, you say how high type shit. I'm just saying you as a man, being the best representation of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Representing yourself the way you want to represent yourself. Handling your business, right? Have morals, have values, have competence, have leadership qualities. You know what I'm saying? You being the best version of yourself, that's going to make any woman fucking melt. You ain't got to be trying to, you know what I'm saying, lay down the law, right? And just by that energy alone, she gonna know how to maneuver around you. But I say the moment, the first second you see a woman out here acting the fuck up, dog, you get the fuck on. You should have more respect for yourself than that, and not tolerate no bullshit from nobody, because they're unworthy of you any fucking way. Because the feminine women's damn near sole role is to provide you peace. And if she's coming in this motherfucker trying to shift your peace, trying to test you to see if you worthy of having her, fuck no, bro. That's ass backwards. You gotta handle your business as a man, bro. Handle your business as a man. And with that, pull up to the fucking community, bro. Where the focus is developing killers like that, man. To instill that type of confidence, inspire bros to be the best version of themselves, where they're not dealing with no shit like this, no matter, regardless of how looking good and how alluring it may be. Nah, bitch, you a problem, and I ain't got time for that. You know what I mean? Anyway, thoughts?